Hi, good evening to all. Today's topic is all about the types of interview. It is an important topic of the human resource management. It's also important in exam point of view. We will look at the meaning of interview first. Is a face-to-face conversation between the interviewer and the interviewee, where the interviewer seeks the replies from the interviewee for choosing a potential human resource. For choosing a potential human resource, the interview is conducted between the interviewer and the interviewee, where they will get a right candidate for the organization. For that purpose, the interview is conducted. Types are as follows. The first one is a structured interview. In this type, the interview is designed and detailed in advance. A structured interview is pre-planned, accurate and consistent in hiring the candidates. The structured interview format is predetermined one and accurate, and all the questions are prepared in advance. Then the interview is conducted. It's structured interview. The second one is the unstructured interview. This type of interview is an unplanned one, where the interview questionnaire is not prepared. Here the effectiveness of the interview is very less, and there is a tremendous waste of time and the effort of both the interviewer and the interviewee. Unstructured interview is the opposite of the structured interview. Here the interview questionnaire is not prepared, but the effectiveness of the interview is very less. When conducting the interview, this kind of interview lot of the time and the efforts waste. Both the parties, the interviewer and the interviewee. Next is the group interview. In it, all the candidates are a group of candidates are the interviewed together. Group interviews are conducted to save time when there is a large number of applicants for a few job vacancies. A topic will be given to discuss among the candidates, and the interviewer judges the innovations and the behavior of each candidate in the group. Group interview, the name itself here the lot of candidates are interviewed together. The purpose of this interview to save the time when there is a large number of applicants arrived in the organization to shortlist the applications. The group interview is conducted. Group interview will be conducted. In it, a general topic will be given to the candidates, through which the interviewer judges the candidates' innovations and behavior ability of the each candidate in the group. Next is depth interview. Is a semi-structured interview where the candidates have to give a detailed information about their education background, work experience, special interests, etc. The interviewer takes a depth interview, and tries in finding the expertise of the candidate. It's half of the structured interview. Here the candidates have to give their detailed information relevant to their education background, work experience, special interests of them, through which the interviewer finds the expertise of the candidate. Next is stress interview. Stress interviews are conducted to discover how a candidate behaves in stressful conditions. In it, the interviewer will come to know whether the candidate can handle the demands of a complex job. The candidate who maintains his composure during a stress interview is normally the right person to handle a stressful job. stressful interview usually conduct to discover how a candidate behaves there are psychological conditions. In it the interviewer will come the candidate how the candidate handle the demands of a complex situation job. The candidate who maintains as a composer during a stress interview is normally the right person to handle a stressful job. Next is the individual interview. In it the interview takes place one-on-one, that is there will be a verbal and a visual interaction between two people, an interviewer and a candidate. This is a two-way communication interview which helps in finding the right candidate for a vacant job position. Individual interview method takes place one-on-one interactions. There will be a verbal and a visual interaction between two people, the interviewer and the interviewee. It is a two-way communication interview which helps to finding out the right candidate for the right job. Informal interview such interviews are conducted in an informal way. That is, the interview will be fixed without any written communication and can be arranged at any place. There is no procedure of asking questions in it. Hence, it will be a friendly kind of interview. Informal interview is conducted in an informal way. The interview will be fixed without any pre-arrangements, without the predetermination questionnaire can be arranged at any place. There is no certain procedure for asking questions. That's why it's also called as friendly kind of interview. Formal interview held in a formal way. That is, the candidate will be intimated about the interview well in advance, and the interviewer plans and prepares questions for the interview. This is also called as planned interview. It is just opposite to the informal interview. It held in a formal way. Here the candidate will be intimated about the interview well in advance. For that, the interviewer plans and prepares relevant questions for the interview. It's also called as planned interview. Next is panel interview. Is being conducted by a group of people. In it, 3 to 5 members of the selection committee will be asking questions to the candidates and different aspects. The final decision will be taken by all the members of the panel collectively. Panel interview 3 to 5 members of a selection committee in a panel format conduct the interview. They will be asking questions to the candidates and different aspects. Finally, the decision making will be taken by all the members of the panel collectively. The last one is the exit interview. In this type, the interview are conducted for these employees who want to leave the organization. The importance of it is to discover why an employee wants to leave his job. When an employee leaves the organization, that time this interview will be conducted to find out the reason why an employee wants to leave his job. For that purpose, this interview is conducted. This interview will be conducted. Thank you. We will see you again with another session. Until then, stay tuned, stay blessed. Bye.